Protestant church then. Okay, no, don't hiss and boo us. I'm fairly recent back to the Catholic faith. I was raised Catholic. Andy was raised Protestant. Is it 3 years this Easter, Andy, or 4?
It is 3.
3 years this Easter. Andy was confirmed into the Catholic Church, and 2 of our children. This coming Easter, another one of our children is being confirmed into the Catholic Church. He's 21, and we have 2 other sons, 23 and 20. They're still Protestant. So we're praying that they would also come into the fullness of the Catholic Church. But during that time where the Lord was working on me and Andy, I was seeing a lot of flagrant love for Christ. It was like, I'm not against charismatic movements, but it was charismania, if you know what I mean. It was just too flagrant, and there was no other type of love there. There was no soul love, there was no mind love, there was no surrendering, and I was burdened. I was so burdened by it. And I used to cry a lot about it. And a friend of mine said, I think you need to go to therapy. I think you're suffering from depression. And I'm like, why do you think I'm suffering from depression? She says, because you're always crying. And I'm like, I'm crying about the state of the church. Send me to therapy when I don't cry about the state of the church. So I didn't go to therapy. I went to the Lord and I'm like, okay, Lord, why are you burdening me with what I'm seeing in the church? And he didn't give me an answer then, but I knew I had to write a book. And so I said to Andy, we live in Philadelphia or outside Philly, I said, I need to go away and write a book. And he says, all right, what are you thinking? And this is where we had five kids at home at this point. And I said, I think I want to take our RV and go down to Cape May for 10 days. He says, all right. So I loaded up the RV with 2 little Schnauzers. I took one of them, one who always follows me everywhere. I thought, well, I can't go away for 10 days and leave Trixie behind. So me and Trixie went off in our RV. And now the first miracle was we arrived in the RV campsite just out of Broadway. I pulled in and it was dark. It was October the 29th. It was really dark already. And I said to the guy, I said, is it a pull in, pull out site? He said, no, it's a reverse in site. And I'm like, oh, shoot. It's 31-foot truck. So I said, can you meet me down there? He said, yeah, I'll be down in 5 minutes. So I just drive down. I thought, you know what, how hard can it be to reverse this, 31-foot truck in the this amount of space? So I went for it, got it in, first time, beautiful. I'm like, praise the Lord, we're going to have a good time together. So get all settled in, and I sit down at the little table, and I say, okay, Lord, what are we here for? What are we to do? So he said, you're going to get up tomorrow at 6 a.m. And I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen. Like, didn't have any kids to get up for, I'm away by myself. He says, you'll get up at 6 a.m. I'm like, really? So he gave me this little schedule for the day, wrote it all down, and there was big chunks of hours for writing. Wasn't really sure what I was going to write, but just, I thought, well, put the schedule down for now anyway, tomorrow. So I went to bed, set my alarm clock for 6 a.m. begrudgingly. And at 5:55, I woke up without the alarm, just bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to go. So I'm like, okay, we're starting the day on a miracle. This is good news. So I walk the dog, have some breakfast, read my Bible.